Hey Cowboys Nation, let's go for another round of news from America's team. Watch until the end so you don't miss any news and sign up to stay tuned for everything that comes out about the Cowboys.
4 Cowboys miss Wednesday practice with injury. The Dallas Cowboys return to the practice field on Wednesday afternoon as they prepare for the Miami Dolphins and also look to shake off last Sunday's loss to the Buffalo Bills on the road. They started the practice week without a handful of guys on the practice field. While some were for scheduled veteran rest days, others such as DT Jonathan Hankins, S. Malik Hooker and OG Zach Martin all missed with injury. OT Tyron Smith also missed practice with a back injury. Hankins, who missed the game in Buffalo with an ankle injury that he suffered against the Eagles, doesn't have a bright outlook as far as playing in Miami, according to head coach Mike McCarthy. Doing better, but he'd be hard-pressed to go this week, McCarthy said. He's a little better. Martin suffered a quad injury on the team's second possession in Buffalo when he had a knee bang into his lower thigh. Martin went back to the injury tent and said his leg had lost strength and it wasn't firing, which led him to miss the rest of the contest. Hooker missed the game in Buffalo after suffering an ankle injury against the Eagles and not practicing in the week leading up to the Bills game. Both worked with the rehab group on Wednesday, but did not do much more as each tried to return from injury in Miami. They're both in the Wednesday group, so they won't do much today, McCarthy said before the practice. Both were listed as DNP on the Wednesday practice report. The Cowboys gave veteran rest days to WR Brandon Cooks, CB Stephon Gilmore, to DeMarcus Lawrence and CB Jordan Lewis. Cowboys should have change of heart on move for 5-time Pro Bowler. There are limited available options for the Dallas Cowboys to improve their roster heading into the 2024 NFL playoffs. One of the few available players that could move the needle is 5-time Pro Bowler Ndamukong Suh. Following Jonathan Hankins' injury, Sports Illustrated's Mike Fisher reported the Cowboys were not interested in adding Suh. Now, it will be interesting to see if Dallas could have a change of heart after allowing 266 rushing yards to the Bills in Week 15. The Dallas Cowboys have a hole, but they have a plan, and no, we're told it does not include the off-the-couch signing of Ndamukong Suh, Fisher wrote on a December 11, 2023 article titled, Amid Ndamukong Suh Rumors, Dallas Cowboys Have Roster Moves Planned for Jonathan Hankins' Injury. There are rumors about teams being interested in repeating that scenario with the 6'4", 313-pounder. But Dallas should not be included in the gossip. Instead, the coaching staff will scurry to ready rookie defensive tackle Mazi Smith, the Cowboys' recent first-round pick, for a top-of-the-rotation role. Cowboys rumors. Ndamukong Suh could be an upgrade over one of the final players on the Dallas roster. Suh's days as a Pro Bowler are likely over as evidenced by his current free agent status. Yet, what the Cowboys should be asking is whether Suh represents an upgrade over the final player on their 53-man roster. Suh last played for the Eagles in 2022. The veteran defender notched 10 tackles, 2 quarterback hits and a sack in 8 appearances for Philadelphia. This point in the season, a move for Suh would not break the bank for Dallas. Suh played on a 1-year, $2 million deal for the Eagles in 2022. The Dallas Cowboys missed starting DT Jonathan Hankins against the Buffalo Bills for the Cowboys to get blown out 31-10 by the Bills. More went wrong than just missing Hankins. Yet, not having their starting defensive tackle on the field clearly made an impact. I just finished rewatching that side of the ball. The Cowboys' defense desperately needs Jonathan Hankins to shore up the middle, The Athletic's Nate Tice detailed with a December 18 message on X. Cowboys were actually able to win up front at times, but if that player missed the tackle or Cook adjusted, it led to another Bills efficient gain. Dallas Cowboys news. Jonathan Hankins is expected to return for the NFL playoffs. The good news for Dallas is that Hankins is expected to be back for the postseason. After the injury, NFL Network's Ian Rapoport reported that Hankins is likely to suit up in the playoffs, if not sooner. Dallas has yet to reveal a specific timeline for Hankins' return. If Week 15 is any indication, it looks like Hankins' status will be week to week. Cowboys DT Jonathan Hankins, who left tonight's game in pain, received an initial diagnosis of high ankle sprain, source said. Rapoport remarked in a December 10 message on X. He'll have an MRI, but it does not seem severe. Hankins should be back for the playoffs, if not sooner. Even if Hankins returns for the postseason, there could be a concern with how the veteran will perform after the injury. Suh would give the Cowboys some more insurance, even if his days as a star are over. Cowboys Dak Prescott, Tony Pollard named NFL's best in 2 unexpected categories. Dak Prescott has played the Dallas Cowboys into the midst of the NFC East championship race, thanks to making major strides in a key area this season. Through 14 games this season, Prescott has passed for 3,639 yards with 28 touchdowns to just 7 interceptions. Prescott's interception total is down sharply from the 15 he threw in 2022 and 10 during the 2021 campaign. ESPN's Matt Bowen listed Prescott as the quarterback with the best decision-making in the league this season. 1 season after tying for the league lead in interceptions, 15. Bowen writes, Prescott has 7 through 14 games, tied for 6th fewest. He also has a total QBR of 72.7 this season, second best in the league, and he's being smart with the ball, especially in critical game moments. Prescott's turnaround has been one of the more impressive storylines of the 2023 NFL season. Cowboys defensive coordinator Dan Quinn suggests it shouldn't come as a surprise. The first thing that jumps out is that he is an elite competitor, Quinn told reporters in November. Like, elite. There are guys in our league that are excellent competitors. I mean, quite honestly, every person who's playing in this league is. But then just like most things, he's the special forces of competitors. He's at the top of the top. Cowboys running back Tony Pollard turning heads. Cowboys running back Tony Pollard, with 3 games remaining, is on pace to finish with the most prolific season of his career. Pollard has rushed for 848 yards and 5 touchdowns, 1 year removed from posting a career-best 1,007 yards with 9 rushing touchdowns. Thanks Pollard's violent downhill running style, the 26-year-old is averaging 2.86 yards after contact per carry, according to Pro Football Focus. However, beyond his statistical output and value to the Cowboys' ground game, Pollard has made significant strides as a run blocker in 2023. Bowen lists the Cowboys' back as the best running back in pass protection in the league. I like Pollard here due to his physicality at the point of attack, Bowen explains. Along with his willingness to take on second and third level blitzers in pass protection. He's another key part of the Cowboys' production in the pass game this season. The Cowboys could have a difficult decision to make when it comes to Pollard's future. Set to be an unrestricted free agent at season's end, Spotrac projects Pollard's market value at approximately $6.67 million. However, Pollard has repeatedly shown his value to the Cowboys' offense in more ways than one. Dak Prescott downplays clinching playoff berth. The Cowboys secured a playoff berth Sunday afternoon, prior to getting throttled by the Buffalo Bills, and by the end of Week 15 emerged as the NFC East leaders following the Eagles' loss to the Seattle Seahawks. Prescott offered only 6 words when asked what it means to secure a spot in the postseason. I don't care, Prescott told reporters, to be honest. The fact that Dallas fell to the Bills 31-10, dominated in all phases of the game, likely led to Prescott's surprising reaction to making the playoffs. Prescott and the Cowboys will look to get back on the right track on Christmas Eve at 4:25 p.m. in Miami against the Dolphins.